Cheech, we're pleasure talking to you. Thank you for giving us the time. Tell us more about your new movie, Champions, and what drew you to the story.
Well, I recognized that it was going to be a good story if the people could do this story. Can these kids play basketball? I'm told that they've never acted before. Okay, but right away I saw that they could play basketball, so we're not going to have to worry about that because it would have been a different movie if they couldn't. And now can they act? They could. And then you found out very quickly that they could, and they could take direction really well. We've told them something specific to do, they could execute it. Actually, so I go, oh, this is going to be fun. Now let's see how everybody else does. I was like Woody I had worked with before, and he's been a friend for a long time. And then Bobby Farrelly, I was a fan of their movies, the Farrelly brothers. So I said, this has a chance, And then the fact that it was being made as a remake of a Spanish film, well, there's some elements that obviously work. So hope we hit those, because you can never tell. Every movie is a crapshoot.
What makes sports movies special?
Generally, because there's a game involved, and then if they win that game, that's the end of the movie, and yay, everybody jumps up and down. That's how sports movies usually go. I've done a few of them. This, you had the feeling it was going to end all right, but not in the way you expected it. And I always felt that from the very beginning, because how are they gonna, because no matter what you did, if you did it the kind of way everybody expected, it would, I think, come out very corny, but surprise endings and surprises along the way helps alleviate that problem.
Because of those surprises, if you could choose one thing, what would you like the audience to take with them when they watch this film?
That not to judge a book by its cover, not to judge these kids like what they can't do, but judge them by what they can do that you don't know about, because they're all talented in a lot of different ways, because some of them are physically handicapped, some of them have mental disabilities or physical disabilities, and how they overcome those and integrate them into their regular life is the most important thing, and they have a regular life. I think the most important relationship in the movie was between Woody and Caitlin, the girlfriend, who was the sister of, because you never expected that, because that's a dynamic that can be played by rote and can be overdone, but it was, you saw how it was to be a member of the family of one of these kids in a very kind of truthful way. And I really appreciated that part, and that there was this internal draw going on, making them closer as the movie went on. I appreciated that a lot.
You grew up in LA. Were you a big sports fan growing up?
Oh, yeah, still am. Bleed Dodger Blue.
I was gonna say, what are your teams?
The Lakers and the Dodgers. The Lakers and the Dodgers, yeah, I think that's the only ones that I really stand by, but mostly the Dodgers.
Who are your favorite players from the Dodgers and Lakers that maybe made an impact on you?
Well, I liked Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was a real good friend of mine, still is. Magic Johnson during the glory years, the Showtime years. I had front row seats during all those years, and so we became good friends with the players and the Dodgers. Boy, this last year they had a bunch of guys. I'm sorry that Justin Turner, is going to Boston. We were counting on him, but they got a lot of great. I love Clayton Kershaw. He's one of the great pitchers ever, and. Whoever else can get on base and win the game, that's my favorite Dodger.
Right? You should go to the stadium in August. They're having the Fernando Mania because they're retiring his number. That's gonna be big.
I'm sure it will be great. I hope they invite me. Yeah, I remember when he came into the league, man, it was a big deal in LA. Big deal. Because they had this Latino Mexican audience. And boy, they really came out, and I know that experience, when I was touring with the first art shows that we do it around the country, and they would get a big Latino attendance, and they go, "Where do these people come from in Minnesota?" So I can
It's
relate to that.
definitely special. What would you say? I mean, if sports have played any role in your life, what would that role be?
As a heartbreaker, yeah, I,
As a fan,
I was a good baseball player. I played ball since I was, very young, and all through, school and then the high school. And I thought, and I was all league, second team all league, and I thought, well, I'm going to get a scholarship to college to play ball, and I didn't. And and it just broke my heart, man. So, and I never played again. Well, I did. I played again. I lied, but I didn't play organized ball again ever. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll do something else. No, no, no. I'll be a famous actor. How's that?
and you have, of course, been a trailblazer pushing for diversity and inclusion. How have you seen the industry grow in that regard throughout the years?
It's grown tremendously. I mean, you can't turn on the TV or go to a movie without seeing some Latino characters. Sometimes they're the biggest people in show business. They turn out to be the J-Los or the Christina Aguilera or some other actor or actress that pops up, or a Salma Hayek or something like that. That you can. Wow, there is room for all of us, and same, a place for anybody that tries it. But you can't. They're all over the TV and all over movies and all over music, especially. It's at the same time at the same place. Everything all at once, all the time, or whatever that title is. It's happening right now for Latinos. Go see Champions. It's really worth it. It's really a good movie. I mean, it is true, every second of it.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Cheech. Pleasure talking to you.